Hello everyone. I am someone who is taking preparation for IBA BBA admission. Now I am in inter second year and I don't have any preparation. As I learned that I am weak in English, I thought that I should give more importance in it and try to make me solid. So I have thought that I would start studying vocabulary. Being a student of HSC curriculum, I didn't have a great English basic. But in my school days, I tried to learn English as much as possible, and maybe in some classes I got the highest marks too. But I was never consistent. In some exams I used to get the highest marks, and in the very next exams I used to get the lowest marks. Now the thing is, being a student of science background, I really was confident in mathematical and analytical part, but I knew that in the sector, in the um, English part, most of the science students actually suffer, and I just don't want to go through the same situation. So I just want to make me really prepared for this. So I am starting studying Wordsmart today from today, and we are we are going to start reading Wordsmart, and I have got a lot of recommendations that this book has a really great quality for which we all should study vocabularies from there. So I am also obviously picking this. So the plan is very simple. There is 81 portions maybe. In every portion there is like 10 to 11 words, and we will just try to read them daily. But if we fail to do so someday, then we will not be taking pain that much. Okay, fine. So the first word of today is abash. What does that mean? It means to make ashamed, and it is a verb. We can say that the synonym of abash is to embarrass. So, to do something without shame or embarrassment is to do it with unabashedly. Abash. So we have to process this word in our mind, that what does abash mean? Our works sometimes abash us. When we feel guilty, when we have that guiltiness, we are abashed. It's a verb, abash. There is example in this book. The example is, Meredith felt abashed by her inability to remember her lines in the school chorus of Old MacDonald Had a Farm. So this is for the word, and we are moving to the next word, that's abate. It is also a verb. This book is full with verbs, I guess. It's only two words now, so it would not be right to say, but let's see. Abate means to subside, to reduce. George, there are examples, and the example is, George spilled a pot of hot coffee on his leg. It hurt quite a bit. Then gradually the agony abated. Bad weather abates when good weather begins to return. A rainstorm that doesn't let up continues unabated. So abate means to subside, to reduce, abate. The punishment should be abated. the fees of our school should be abated as we cannot afford. The thing we would try is, when we would learn a word, we would try to make sentences with that word. I think this process makes us learn better and in a more solid way, I guess. So we learned two words, they are abash and abate. Now the third word is abdicate. Abdicate means to step down from a position of power or responsibility. So it's kind of taking retirement willingly or things like that. And I was the debate chair in our high school, and I abdicated from that position. So I hope that it is a good example, and as I am taking preparation for the IBBB examination, it's obvious that I don't have that much knowledge. I just want to make practice, so I am making this video. So if someone is watching this video, don't expect that I am really making every right sentences, but I hope that it can help others, and obviously it helps me because for saying something I have to make it in my mind, and practice are being made like this. Yeah, I have to go through the process of making false, and I hope that I can do well this way. Okay, so I was just having gossip. I just learned three words. I think they are abash, abate and abdicate. Abdicate, it means to step down from a position or to quit a job or something like that. My father was a school teacher. He abdicated when he saw the unethical works of other teachers in his schools. In his school, okay. So now the next word today is aberration. Aberration. It's a noun. We found the noun here, and it means something not typical. So we can tell it atypical. A deviation from the standard. So is it right to tell that my presence is an aberration in my friend circle? I don't know, is it right or wrong? But in real life, it's true that I am very special to my friends because I am so much humorous, I guess, and I just make the best presence with them. And yeah, I hope that I am an aberration in my friend circle. It's a noun. So we have learned abash, abate, abdicate, and we have learned now aberration. Aberration is a noun which means something atypical, something which is special. Then abhor. So before making this video, I was just asking my elder sister that she is a student of English literature, so she should know words more than me. So I asked her that, Didi, do you know what's the meaning of the word abhor? And she replied that it means to hate someone or something to the highest level. And in the book, the meaning of the word is something, to hate very, very much, to detest. So what do I ever? I ever not having mental peace, because it's, I guess, one of the most important things in our life. It's as important as physical health, or something like this, if you ignore it, then you are not going to be doing anything in your life, because you should have the happiness, you should have those feeling, those peace, and that actually matters in your life. So I avoid not having mental peace. I hate it to the details, to the highest level. In the book, the examples are: Emmanuel avoid having anvils dropped on his head. Yeah, it's like every people would avoid the birds having their poops on our head. Okay, so we learned some words today. They are abash, abate, abdicate, and abhor. Oh, sorry, I just forgot one. That's aberration. I am an aberration in my friend circle. So the next word is abject. Abject. Oh wow, I just learned this word in a YouTube video today. I was actually searching on YouTube that Wordsmart Vocabulary learning. So I just got one video. In that video, the student or the person was telling that he would continuously make videos on learning vocabularies, and I just saw this video and I just checked the channel. I thought that there would be more and more videos, but somehow when I entered in the channel, I found that there was no more videos. So people commented that I went to your channel and I become abject. So it's an adjective which means hopeless, extremely sad, and servile, defeated. So I just learned the word like that, and I wish that, or I feel that I would keep that word in my mind for a long period. Abject. So we learned today abash, we learned today abate, we learned I just forgot, is abdicate. Abdicate is a verb. Abdicate. We learned aberration, we learned avor, and now we learn abject. So for today, there is not much words. There is 4 or 5 words more. The next word is abnegate. It means to deny oneself things, to reject, to renounce, to deny oneself things. Ascetics practice self-abnegation because they believe it will bring them closer to spiritual purity. Self-abnegation is giving up oneself, usually for some higher cause. Okay, it's like denying oneself things to reject. Okay, I got it. It's like I got the offer of bribery, but I abnegated. Okay, fine. That's, I guess, a good example. Abnegate. To deny oneself things. Abnegate. I got the offer of bribery, but I abnegated. It's verb. We learned today abate, abash, abhor. We learned today aberration. We learned today aberration. We learned today abdicate. We learned abject. Now we learned abnegate. To deny oneself. It's also a verb. Normally, if there is ate in the last of the word, then it's a verb. Abnegate is a verb. So we believe that we have learned this word, abnegate. Now the next word is Abortive. It's like an adjective. Is it right? Yeah, it is adjective, which means unsuccessful. I don't want to be abortive in IBA admission test. So abortive means unsuccessful. Abortive, abort, abort. Okay. I once learned this word abort in like maybe games or something like this, and when we quit the game it's like aborting the game, and abortive means unsuccessful. Abridge means to shortage, to condense. The thoughtful editor abridged the massive book by removing the boring parts. It's like highlighting. Abridge. We can abridge our lessons if we solve the test papers. Abridge. It's like giving something more importance in a shorter length. Abridge, abridge. Abortive means unsuccessful, abridge means to shorten. The next word is very common to us, it's absolute. It means total or unlimited. We have learned this word maybe through our childhood. We have heard that you are an absolute beauty and things like that. So I don't think that I have to give much time on this word absolute. The previous word was abortive. Abortive. The previous was abortive, and the past one of abortive was abnegate. I maybe can recall these words in short term, but I just want to recall them for long terms. Abnegate means denying something for a better cause, maybe. Okay. Then we learned abridge. Abridge means shortening some things in a better quality, maybe. Okay. The last word of today is absolve. It means to free from sin or to free from an obligation. Tom's admission of guilt absolved Dick, who had originally been accused of the crime. To forgive or free from blame. Absolve. I maybe heard this word in chemistry, like dissolves or absolve is quite similar maybe, but I hope that they are not. Absolve means having not that guilt and getting the freedom from having the guilt. So the words are abase, abate, abdicate, aberration, abhor, abject. I forgot this one. Abject. Oh, I got it. It's hopeless. Abnegate, abortive, abridge, absolute, and absolve. This is all for today. We will try to continue this for 81 days, 20 minutes each day, and let's see if we can continue or not. Thank you very much.